Hey everyone, it's Chomp back at it with the Waking Chaos there video, and I am back to bring you another account takeover. We're on OppaiDragon's account here, and he is needing some assistance with Queen 12 and Arena. We are currently in Silver 3. He's a low spender, it looks like, just based on where his count is, and he got the Magic Pass, so looks like a low spender account. We are pretty far into the game. It's actually higher than my main account, so we should definitely be able to do Queen 12. They actually have a working Ash 12 comp, so, there's no reason to really, kind of dive into that too much. I do have a thought on how we could actually speed it up quite quickly, but I'm not sure if we have the stats to do so. We'll see if we actually have the gear. I think that's less priority than actually getting Queen 12 and a good arena team working and going, and we should absolutely be able to do it. And I will show you his account in just a moment. And if you are enjoying these videos, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe, because I do want to know if you all are really liking these account takeovers, because I have a lot of people asking for them. And speaking of, if you do want to request one, you're free to do so in Discord. I do have a lot of requests, and I try to get to them, but there's quite a few. So let's go ahead and jump into the account here. And as I said, it's a at least low spender, and you can see with quite a few legendary Navics we're working with. Actually, I'll show you the kind of the built characters we have. We actually don't have too many built characters. Significantly like low 6-star amount. We have 5 6-stars here, and then in total we have looks like about 12 workable characters. And then we have Connor down here, which is pretty low considering the fact like I'm free to play on my main account, and I have 15 or 16 6-stars, I believe. So this is a little surprising to see, to be honest. Now, we do have quite a bit of XP jelly saved up. So we have 10 million here. And we'll probably be using some of that XP jelly for maybe some 6-stars or maybe some other units I noticed here. I'll just go ahead and quickly show the legendaries epics we have working with. So we actually have quite a few characters up here. And then on top of that, we have a lot of legendaries available to us. We have one Ascension brand. We have Imogen has been built. Tio has been built. Another Hydricia down here. Hector also hasn't been built, 2 Hectors. And then we have like Marian Shadowbloods, quite a few copies. So we have the Ascension on her, which could be interesting, which I was considering. We have another Windstrikes here, which will be very important for the arena building. And then a bunch of other, miscellaneous epics. So the thing I want to first start off with is definitely just a complete removal of all the gear. If you've watched this before, I like to start with that. It makes it a little bit more clean in my mind. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove a lot of this gear and go ahead and re-gear. Now, they did say that we are allowed to use the XP jelly and gear charms as necessary, but we don't really want to mess up the Ash comp too much, so we're just going to be looking at the stats here. 94% crit rate with 4,300 attack and 234% crit damage. We could try to get that a little higher. I'm not going to remove her gear quite yet. But I will be removing everyone else's gear, just because I would like to, make sure that we have all the options available to us. So let's go ahead and remove all of this, and I will be back, when, I have everything removed. Actually, I'm not going to touch William. I'll be rebuilding Ciara for sure, but I don't want to mess around with the Ash comp too much. So I'm going to be back when I have all the gear removed. So here we are, and we decided to re-gear Nathalia with the gear she already had on her. I don't want to mess around with the Ash comp too much because it's already working, and if we decide that we have the gear available to us, maybe we'll change it later on. But really what I want to focus on is getting a Queen 12 team working so that they can farm Ash 12 and Queen 12 if they have the choice, and we should absolutely be able to do it. The first thing that stands out to me here is we have Mathesia, Blackhorn, Santis, Hakrin comp, very solid. 5 Ascension on both of these, which is amazing. And then we have double healer. It will be a very long battle. So that's the first thing. This seems to be a 100% success rate. I have no doubt that we could do that. The thing is, because we actually have the Santis and the Hakrin at 5 Ascension, and we have solid characters here, I think what we might be able to do is actually go with a Zatlux comp. So what I'm thinking is Mathesia, Zatlux, Santis, Hakrin. This may require us to 6-star Santis or Hakrin, but it'll be actually a decently fast Queen comp. That will take about, I want to say, 4 to 5 minutes, which isn't that bad. So I think what we're going to do is going to go ahead and try to gear up that. So the ideal thing here is, again, we're going to start with Zatlux because we need enough damage with him to, kill out the waves. The thing is, we want Hakrin to go before Zatlux, and then Zatlux to go before the other two. That way it's, as fast as it possibly can be, but we could also start stacking that max HP from Hakrin. So that means that we have 122 speed here, and they have 115 speed here, so we could perhaps get another Ascension on Zatlux with a potion here, which we may actually end up doing. I just want to quickly check kind of what the epics he's working with. So we don't have really anything that I see that we might need to save a potion, but we'll just check it out. We'll prioritize the gear stats first, and then if we need the potion later on, we'll go ahead and drop it. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the gear. I already went through the gear a little bit here. So really we want to try to get a crit damage ring on Zatlux as our top priority. So we're going to be looking for some decently, substatted attack pieces here. So they have been farming quite a bit of Ash, so I'm not too worried about our Raider pieces here. We actually probably will have quite a few really solid Raider pieces. So I'm just going to go through and go ahead and look through the stats here. And let me see. We're looking for like high crit rate pieces. I just wanted to check real quick on the pieces that we have available to us. And I prefer to stick to already upgraded pieces. These necklaces look much worse than our other pieces. This one has speed and crit rate. I like that so far, and I like the Raider set combination here. This one has crit damage. I like the high crit damage. I'm gonna go ahead and skip out on these things first. I want to just see what kind of crit rate pieces we have up here. So this is triple crit rate, crit damage. That's a really solid piece. Again, I want to try and stick to the already upgrade pieces. Looks like we're getting disconnected here. But I like this piece. I think I'm just going to stick with this because it's already upgraded. Let's see what this piece is. Yeah, I like this piece. Crit rate, crit damage. It's already upgraded. Like I said, I really want to prioritize those. The minimal amount of resources we can spend allows these players to kind of do what they need to do on their own. So I'm looking at both these pieces. I think the attack crit rate might be a little worse than the crit rate crit damage. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see at the overall stats later on. I plan on releasing a crit rate, crit damage, attack calculator later on. So we'll see. And once we have that, we can kind of properly kind of evaluate all this stuff. So I'm interested in this one. This one has 1% or 3% more, 4% more crit rate, but this one has 14% attack, which I really, really like here. It's already plus 15. So that's really nice. And I'm looking at both these pieces, and this one just has higher crit rate. So I'm inclined to go with that one already. We're at 70% already. So let's just look at the crit damage rings here. Maybe we could go with a little bit less crit rate on our other pieces. This is 39. These are really excellent pieces. These are really, really excellent pieces. I'm looking at this one. This one's crit rate, attack percent, 39% crit damage. I like that piece quite a bit. Again, let's just look at our attack pieces here. We don't really need high crit rate on this piece. I'm looking at this piece higher than this piece. And let's just look at our amulets again, because we don't really need that much crit rate here. So I'm looking at, maybe we have a crit damage substat here. Speed, crit damage, attack. This one's looking really solid. I'm going to probably bring this one up. I'm going to bring this up to +6 just to see. Like, this is worth upgrading to +6 at the minimum. Maybe we will double crit damage. We have a crit damage plus health roll. I'm going to roll this up to +9 because I want to see if it rolls crit damage again. It rolled flat defense. Okay, that was a little unfortunate. But maybe it's still better than another piece out here. So it's this piece right here. We have 14% crit damage for speed. So it's better than these other pieces here for Zatlux. So we're gonna run this. I'm gonna bring this up to +12. I think this is worth a +12. Hopefully we roll crit damage. Hopefully we roll speed. We rolled health. That's a little unfortunate, but it's okay. We have 81% crit rate, so we might be able to just swap out another piece here. Let's just see here. We don't really like this piece right here is 16% crit rate, but we may not even need that much. Maybe there's a crit damage piece that's better. 19% crit damage. Wow, that's pretty high. but we're losing some crit right there. This one's nice. Okay, so this one's actually perfect. Look at this piece. We have 15%, 16% attack, 12% crit damage, and the perfect amount of crit rate. That's like, I think, the perfect piece for this. And we're at 134 speed. So this might require us to use the potion that I was talking about. We have plus 12 pieces down here. 248% crit damage, 3,900 attack with plus 12 pieces is really, really solid. So that's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and keep showing you the gearing process for each of these characters because some of you said that you liked it. So I'm just going to leave it in the video. Let me know if you want to see it change later on. But sorry, I don't want to gear Mathesia next. I want to gear Santis next because she's going to be the harder one to keep alive. And preferably we're going to want to run curse set on her, but we don't have like any curse pieces. So let's just see here. We're going to want HP percent. Hopefully we're going to want focus, secondary. So let's just look at some of these pieces here. Let's just look at some more of these HP percent with like focus on them. Crit damage, attack, focus. That's not ideal. We don't want too much speed on Santis, which is kind of awkward. So that's defense resistant. I like this piece a lot. This is some of the perfect subsets that we want. So I'm going to eye that piece. Let's just see here at the focus pieces. Defense, focus, health. Resistance, focus. Crit damage, focus, speed. Again, we don't want Raider pieces, awkwardly enough, because we don't want her to be super, super fast. Defense, focus. Okay, I like this piece a lot. I like that piece a lot. Let's just see here. Okay, so this one looks like the best piece so far. And then again, we can look for HP percent with focus here. We actually may not even need focus, so we can take that off. This one has resistance, focus, and attack. I think we just dropped that on because it's already plus 12. So resistance is really solid. And then we're just going to be looking for HP percent here on the other pieces. Defense, HP percent. That's a really solid piece. The problem with this is she's going to be so fast with these pieces. So maybe we avoid those pieces. So maybe HP percent and then secondary defense percent. Just see if we have any pieces. So this is a solid piece. I'm looking at that. Again, we want to avoid the Raider set pieces because she's going to be so fast. Defense, health. Okay, that's good enough. Again, we don't need to roll these super high because we have the Ascensions on her already. This one's triple precision. Wow, what a roll. What a roll. This was health, defense. I like this one better than this one. So I'm going to roll this one. So this is kind of the build I'm looking at so far. I'm just going to drop that on her. And let's just see how these roll. I'm going to roll this one up to +9. This one, I literally see no bad rolls here. Obviously, flat defense is worse. So double resistance roll. Again, that's super good. If you're not going to use it for Santis, you can use it for someone in Void Tower. I really like resistance in Void Tower. I have myself been using it. I'm going to roll this one up +9 as well. Hopefully it rolls defense or focus. Double focus roll is perfect. We have plenty of focus now. We should be over what we need. Yeah, 60% is plenty of focus. We're going to roll this one up to +6 first. We're probably not going to be using these 4-star pieces anymore, so I'm going to dump them. We don't need 4-star pieces. We have plenty of 6-star pieces. We should not be keeping these pieces around. So I'm going to be dumping those. Let's go ahead and get that to +9. Hopefully roll some. Okay, so we rolled HP percent, defense, and crit damage. Again, that's still a really solid piece. I'm going to... It looks like they really just do not upgrade their gear often at all. So that's why we have so many charms. I mean, look at this. That's kind of ridiculous. That's pretty insane, actually. Let's just dump this one in. Yeah, this one's a pretty garbage piece. So we're just going to get this +9 as well. Let's see if it rolls some pretty solid rolls. Double defense, HP. That's an amazing piece. Really, really solid piece there. Again, we're just going to keep upgrading this here. Hopefully roll HP defense. So we roll defense, flat HP, and attack. Not bad at all. So let's just check out the stats here. So we're at 15k HP, 1300 defense though. So that's quite a bit of more defense than I have, but less HP than I have. So we may need a 6-star yet. Again, these are +9 pieces, so, perhaps not. So let's go ahead and gear up Hakrin here. And then we're want to run just full defense here. So hopefully we can do that. So already this one has triple resistance roll with flat defense. Flat defense is actually really not solid for Hakrin. I actually like focus on Hakrin as well. So I will have to keep that one in mind. So let's just check this out. I'm just going to use this piece. This one is already plus 12. I prefer to use the already upgraded pieces. It's nice to get the Raider sets on Hakrin, so we have that available. Focus, resistance, speed. This is the perfect piece. It's Raider set as well. I like that piece a lot. It's got the speed that we're looking for. Again, I do want speed, if we can get it, because we want Hakrin to go first. So we have focus. We're not going to get him the highest attack, like nowhere near the highest attack, because Zatlux is on the team. So this one's defense percent, but not great substats. This one has flat HP. I'm not super into those pieces. So maybe we just skip the Raider set here, and we just go for, let's see. Yeah, maybe we just skip the Raider set here and try to go for something else, because we can get Raider sets over here. So maybe there's another good piece here. Speed, agility, focus. This is an excellent piece. I'm going to upgrade this one. I like this piece. This could be applicable to a lot of characters, especially in Void Tower. Instant +9 here for me. Double agility roll with crit rate. The crit rate's a little unfortunate, but double agility roll is really, really solid. So again, that's really nice. And now we're going to be looking for Raider sets. We want him to go faster. So let's just look here. And we're going to look for defense percentage. This is defense, flat defense, HP. Perfect piece, perfect piece. Again, we're probably going to need another Raider set here, which is fine, because, again, they've been farming a ton of Ash. Flat defense, health, a lot. I love that piece. I don't even need to look for these other pieces. I don't think that you need to. I really don't think you actually need to when you have such amazing... Look, guys, flat defense percent resist. This is a perfect piece. So now we have 163 speed. So now Hakrin's going to go before Zatlux, which is good because it reduces the amount of gear that Zatlux needs, while also stacking that HP. So this is a perfect build for Hakrin. I just want to check real quick, because Santis is at, what, 153 speed, and our Zatlux is at 134. So with the potion, we're at 149. So we're actually a little bit slower than we need to be. Let's just check real quick. Let's see if we can go back in here and see if there's anything else that we may want to pick up. We need, what, 4? Let me just check again. We need 5 more speed, I believe, is what we needed, because she's at 153. Maybe we could just change up her gear. This is 4 speed right here. So we could change up that piece of gear if we need to, but maybe we could just drop some more speed here on Zatlux. Let's just check the main stat attack percentage. This is agility. This one's crit. This is a crit damage. This is an interesting piece. This one's actually an interesting piece. I actually really like this piece. Let's just see here. Is there any crit rate ones with Raider set? So this one roll defense. I like the crit damage piece, to be honest. Let's see if there's any attack percent. Oh, sorry, crit damage ones that we like. So this one rolled pretty... well, this one's crit damage. This one's crit damage. I'm looking for, like, crit damage, crit rate preferably, but in the Raiders category. Let's just roll this with +9, see if it rolls crit damage. If it rolls crit damage, then this is already a really solid piece. It rolled crit damage. I like this piece. I'm going to bring this to +12. I think the idea here is that we're looking for perfect pieces on this account, when in reality, you don't need to look for perfect pieces. There's really no reason to look for perfect pieces. We roll flat attack. That's good. So now we're down 6% crit rate. So now I want to look for a piece. Maybe we need to jump back to that crit rate piece here, but I'm going to look for a attack percentage with the Raider set here. And this has 7 speed on it. What does this have already? This one's 4 speed. So let's just see here. Maybe we have another Raider set. Attack percent. Let's look for Raider set. And let's just see if there's a speed, other speed. Oh, I'm looking at this one. This one's speed crit damage. I like this one. Let's just see where it rolls. I'm going to bring it to +9. I think it's worth bringing to +9. Come on, let's roll at least 2 speed. Ooh, double crit damage rolls. Not bad, though. That's definitely usable. It's definitely usable. We're looking for crit, speed, though. We're looking for speed. Speed crit damage. Let's just see how this rolls. Let's roll this to +6. Rolling to +6, you get your resources back. I would be, very encouraging for people. All right, this rolled crit damage. Again, this is a nice piece, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. This is getting a little complicated. We may have to remove that piece because this will give us, I believe it's this piece. Yeah, this will give us, let's just roll this to +12. Let's just see if we could roll speed, get lucky here. Or maybe we roll, let's just use some of these purple charms. There we go. Maybe we roll crit rate as well. We roll crit rate. That's actually a really solid roll. So let's just see if we have like any set, but we have speed here. We're going to look for crit rate and we're going to look for speed secondary. Okay, so look at this piece. Like, this is a great piece. This should be absolutely rolled up. This is a +9 piece, easy. Look at this. These are some amazing pieces of gear. Double crit damage roll. I like to see that. Look at this. Perfect. We're at 155. I think that's 1 extra speed. We're going to lose some attack, but we gain some crit damage, which is really nice. We're going to lose some defensive stats, but again, we don't really care about that. We're losing. The only reason we're losing attack is it's not +12 or +15. I'm going to bring this easily. This is easily a +12 piece. It may be a +15 piece here. Let's just see how it rolls. I'm going to bring this to +15. This is absolutely worth a +15 piece. It takes a lot of charms, but again, this is like a really, really solid piece. And we rolled speed. This is an amazing, amazing piece. I love that piece. So now we're increasing our crit damage, but lowering our attack. I overall think that's a damage decrease, and that's fine because we don't have attack. But again, we have these +15 pieces here, so that will actually end up doing a lot more damage. Perfect. So now we have perfect speed tune. And Mathesia is the only one that's left. I think Mathesia is a little bit better than Blackhorn, personally. It'll allow us to get the revive, kind of safety net. And Blackhorn's 5-star right now. So those two things, we don't really care about Mathesia's stats, to be honest. We really just want like HP percent. Like, that's really all we're looking for. We don't really care about anything else. I'm literally just gonna slap on pieces like this. Sure, it doesn't really matter. She can go fast. We don't really want her to go faster than Zatlux. So we do have to keep that in mind, but we're going to be looking for HP percent here. I like this piece a lot. It's kind of unfortunate because we want to stay away from Raider sets. So we're going to do this Terra piece. It's a little unfortunate these are 5-star pieces. I mean, I really like, let's just see here. I mean, can we do HP percent, defense percent maybe? Is there some pieces down here that we could pick out of the rubble? Defense percent. I mean, they have so many good pieces that we could start to get a little picky with our gear here. Resistance, defense, precision. I mean, like, this piece right here is already good enough. I'm going to bring this on to +6 at least. Let's go ahead and bring that to +6. All right, so roll defense percentage. Perfect. Like, this is good enough. We don't really care. The other substats that we could potentially get. Speed, sure. I mean, that's great. We're going to do +12 on this piece. I think it's worth a +12. And it'll help us be just that little bit more consistent. Let's go ahead and bring that to +12. We got a resistance roll. Perfect. Resistance is really solid on Mathesia. So let's go health, and let's try to get defense here. Again, the only reason I'm rolling these types of pieces is because, like, maybe later on we could use them for other characters if we decide to swap them off. So we want to upgrade the best pieces we have available. And this is the best piece we have available. Hopefully, it does not roll speed, to be honest. We do not want high speed on Mathesia here. It rolled speed, which is, I think, okay. Yeah, it's okay for now. We're going to roll a +9, but we actually don't want super high speed here. Let's just see. So it rolled crit rate, which is not optimal, but it doesn't matter because it didn't roll speed. So we're trying to be careful here because we do not want Mathesia above that 155 mark, I believe. So I'm going to drop this piece on here, and then I'm just going to avoid the Raider set pretty much. So I'm going to be looking for HP percent, and we can go defense percent. We can be really picky here. HP defense, HP defense attack, HP defense, HP defense. Okay, I'm going to level up this one right here because this one has flat health as well, which is optimal for Mathesia. We're going to roll this to +9. This is worth a +9 in my opinion. Flat defense is also a really good roll, and we rolled HP percent. That's a perfect piece there. Again, we can go defense percent as well. This is a really nice piece, but it would force us out of the, you know, kind of thing we're using down here. But this is a great piece. Defense percent, focus, HP percent. This is worth a +9 at least. Unless it rolls really terrible. So maybe a +6 will start off. Like if it rolls double attack percentage, which rolled 1 attack percentage. So maybe if it rolls another attack percentage here at +9, it might not be as good. It rolled focus. This is, again, still a great piece. I'm going to keep that at +9. So let's do HP percent, defense percent. Let's just see here. This is attack defense. I like this piece better because it's got flat HP and flat HP. Well, you just want HP on Mathesia because it'll increase her heals. We rolled double defense percent. That's a great roll. I'm happy with that. And it rolled flat attack. That's fine. So that works. So that's pretty much the builds. And we're going to go ahead and run. Oh, do we not have abilities maxed out on Mathesia? Did I just see that? We do not have the abilities maxed out. That's going to be a problem, actually. That's going to be a problem. Let's just see here. Can we synthesize? We cannot. Ooh, I don't think it's the right dungeon day. This might be a problem. Let's just see here. Yeah, okay, so this might be a problem. If they were using Mathesia at all, this is... I did not realize that the abilities were not maxed out. We can try it. That would be the first thing I suggest. I do believe that this team will work. And we do not want to run to the Shield of Mercy. We want to run a Water Prison. So that's the first thing. And this team, let's just run it. Let's just see. But again, we are missing that last ability upgrade on Mathesia, which is pretty unfortunate. So we're going to turn off Santis' abilities here. Make sure she just basics. So there we go. That's why we run Hakrin first and then Zatlex, because Zatlex will now hit that character that Hakrin hit, and it reduces the amount of damage that he actually needs. We could have put the potion into Zatlex, but I prefer to do it with just gear if we could. And so this is how it should work, and then Zatlex goes. It reduces the gear requirements for Zatlex, but we still need to be tanky enough to survive the boss stage. And then we go right into boss, because we don't have enough damage to clear through the boss. We need to kill the crab on the right first. So there's the second stack of max HP, and that's why you really want Hakrin to go first, is because by the time you get to the boss stage, before the boss even goes, you're going to have 2 stacks of max HP, which is perfect. And then it's actually really nice to have Mathesia go after the boss for this exact turn, where Mathesia can go after the boss hits and then heal up your units. Because if she went before, then you'll have to wait for the following turn before she actually uses her healing skills. So I actually prefer it this way. And it looks like this is instantly, like, to me, going to be a success. I don't really see how we could fail this. Obviously, Mathesia's going to use her ult here, and it's not going to heal for that much because we don't have the abilities maxed out. So that's really unfortunate. I highly suggest those of you who have a 6-star, unit, as long as you're not like in the super early game, if you could beat stage 9, farm out your abilities. Like, it doesn't take that much. Granted, for the legendaries, it does take at least a decent amount of time, but it may take you 400 or 500 energy sometimes in order to get those epics maxed out, maybe 1,000 energy for the legendaries, but that's not that much, to be honest. It's maybe like 800 diamonds if you use them in diamonds. So, or if you do it over the course of a couple days, then it doesn't take that much. But especially if you're at this stage in the game where you're farming Ash 12, you're farming stage 12 dungeons, you should be having, especially someone like Mathesia, who's an excellent character. Highly recommend that you all max out your abilities. But it looks like this is going to be a success. Once we get that right crab out, it's significantly easier to beat and survive the boss hits. So there we go. And now we're on to the boss. Once you kill out a crab, it removes all the positive effects that Queen has at the moment, which will reduce the damage that she's doing. And then we can start using the Water Prison spell on her, so we can periodically remove those status effects. And again, this team is not super slow at all. Because you have Zatlex, you are able to, clear this quite quickly. And I don't really see how this run can fail. And if it does fail, just 6-star Santis, 6-star Hakrin, those are really easy options. And you could use Santis in other places. Hakrin will be used in almost every one of your Void Tower comps, as long as you're running a burst comp. So, you know, Hakrin's an amazing 6-star. And because we have that 5th Ascension on Santis, like, this is a really easy comp to create. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up so you don't have to watch the whole thing, but it looks like very, very successful. So I actually missed the end of the boss stage, but we ended up finishing it. That's the first time we actually beat stage 12. Wow. Okay. Well, that's great. We actually ended up beating stage 12 for the first time, and we didn't even have the abilities maxed out on Mathesia, which is a little awkward. But now we can start farming curse sets and revival sets, and those are sometimes the best in slot for a lot of characters out there, especially when you start going for Void Tower. You're not going to want as many Raider sets. You're definitely going to want those revival sets and those curse sets. So we ended up beating Queen 12. I think that's a 100% run. Again, easy changes. If it's not for Dragon here, max out Mathesia skills, maybe 6-star. If you max out Mathesia skills, I think you should be easily able to clear that. So the second thing we wanted help with is Arena here, and I do think we need a little bit of help. We're at Silver 3, and we're running this comp right here, which is, you know, honestly, I think it's a more of a compositional issue and like strategy issue rather than actual gear. So first off is we have a Winstrex copy, so I'm going to go ahead and feed Winstrex into Winstrex, and the reason for this is we're going to get that plus 15 speed, right? We want the plus 15 speed. There's no reason not to. Go ahead and feed that. Oh, go ahead and feed the Winstrex into Winstrex. Let's just go ahead and unlock that. That way we get the extra speed, and our Winstrex will be set up for the future. Boom, plus 15 speed. Easy adjustment. We have really solid Raider sets because we've been farming Ash 12 a ton. So we're going to be looking for speed in a Raider set here. And I don't think it really matters here. I guess we can look for the best speed boot to run here. We're going to want, like, if you're typically if you're running speed, you're going to want focus. That's what I found. So maybe this looks like a good piece. Health, focus, defense. I'm going to upgrade this piece. I'm going to upgrade this to plus 12 at least. He can decide to go to plus 15 if they want, if they decide that they need it, but you're not going to need more than plus 12 in the area that we're in. So then we're going to look for speed. So we have 8 speed here, which is really solid, actually. I'm going to upgrade this to plus 12 because 8 speed on a piece like this with defense percent is really nice on an HP percent ring. Wow, what an amazing piece. And then we can look for speed here on the neck. Well, we have 5 speed here with agility. I like, oh, that's resistance though. Do we do that one? This one's focus. This one's, whoa. I'm actually going to upgrade this one to plus 6 just to see how it rolls. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe it rolls speed here. Okay. Maybe we just use a piece that's already upgraded. Yeah, let's just do that. So we have speed here. This is 9 speed. Perfect. And then we can just dump whatever we want. They can decide later if this is, you know, whatever gear. I mean, I don't plan on using Winstrex. I don't know if he plans on using Winstrex outside of this, but if he does, then you can change it. There we go. Up 259 speed, which is really solid. Again, we can plus 15 those boots in order to get even more speed out of it. And then really we just have a compositional issue here. What we need to, we're going to go ahead and challenge this team right here. We need to get rid of these characters here. We need to run defense down and water prison here. That's what I would recommend running. And we need damage. So I would prefer to run 2 characters here. I would run Nathalia Zatlux personally. And then a third option, you could run Tia here. Perhaps we run Ciara as our 3rd damage dealer because she can proc her passive as another AoE and then maybe remove a single target threat. But this is what I would run personally, especially when you're in Silver 4. Like, there's no reason not to. So we have some focus on Winstrex, so we just go ahead. We can defense down on Winstrex, or we can use Water Prison depending on if they have an enemy Winstrex, and then this should be wrapped up. It's like pretty much over at this point. I don't think we really need to think too hard. We would prefer Nathalia to be a little bit faster than Zatlux, but either way, it doesn't really matter. Like, you can use any 3 damage dealers. Like, this arena team's pretty much done for. Like, it's in Silver 3. It's not super difficult when you're in Silver 3, and this team will carry you straight through where I'm at, which is Platinum 4 into the Diamonds, you'll be able to use this team all the way through. I'm not too worried about this team. So we'll just go ahead and keep that for now. I'm not going to do too much more work on that because it's going to be, perfect for what they're trying to accomplish. So the last thing I wanted to check out is I wonder if we could actually speed up the Ash run. And I will be going to do some research here, and I'll come back to you to see if we can actually see if we can speed up the Ash run. And if we can, that'd be awesome because they do run a lot of Ash. I think it'd be cool to see if we can speed up that Ash run from 2.5 to 3 minutes to 1.5 to 2 minutes. Because we have excellent gear, and Queen 12 is no problem. Arena was no problem, and we have a lot of extra gear, a lot of extra resources, and we could invest that into some 6-stars here as well. So obviously I don't want to invest too much, so I'm going to go ahead and ask and see if I can actually do it. And then if we can, we'll do it. If not, then, we won't do it. Okay, so I spoke to Dragon, and they said, go for it if I have the resources, and I do believe that they will have the resources available. And so the current Ash 12 comp, which I recently de-geared Blackhorn, is this comp, which is just a basic standard, Ash 12 comp, and it runs about 2 minutes 30 seconds to 3 minutes, and it's an excellent comp. Now, the one change that we will be making, and it's a pretty exciting change because I know a lot of people ask about this character quite a bit, but it requires you to have a 2nd Ascension, Marian Shadowblood, and some really, really high stats. So we're going to go ahead and glyph her out. Hopefully we have the glyphs, and we're going to go ahead and max out the abilities because we have the abilities able to be maxed out. And we're going to go ahead and 6-star her because the 6-star helps her survive, as well as just getting that little bit of extra damage, while you could prioritize speed, because if you don't know, that her trait actually scales with speed, so you need the Ascension 2 for this to really, really work quite fast. So I'm going to go ahead and 6-star her and then get her glyphs, and I'm going to come back after I do that. So here we are, and we can finally 6-star Marion here, which we're going to go ahead and do. We have a ton of pumpkins on this account and a ton of other stuff, so I'm not too worried about 6-starring someone to get them a faster dungeon run here. So just go ahead and max her out. And then here comes the fun part, which is the gear. I actually just want to quickly mention, we're on epic glyphs. We could still get to legendary glyphs, and the abilities are still one ability off. I thought we had enough, but we didn't quite have enough. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to build as much speed as possible to get this trait as many chance here so that it applies. And I believe, if I remember correctly, someone mentioned to me that it's every 10 speed is an additional 1% chance. Or maybe it's 1-to-1. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember exactly. But the ideal here is we're going to want to get a ton of speed on her, and we can get a ton of speed on her with this account. So we're going to go Raider set, speed boots here, and we're just going to go for, maybe we get some extra damage here a little bit, but really we just want like high speed. We don't really care about too much of anything else. So we can do like crit rate focus. That's fine. We could just build crit rate on her, but I think we build out actually this one. Let's just do this. We're going to bring this to +12, and we'll see where we land on speed-wise after we're done getting all the other pieces of gear on her. Triple flat attack roll. Well, I guess that happens sometimes. Let's go ahead and keep checking out some extra stuff here. We have a crit damage piece here that's actually really solid with speed on it. Health piece. It would be nice to get some extra crit rate on her because I believe it speeds it up a little tiny bit, which would be nice. So we're just going to check here. Crit damage piece here. Another crit damage piece. Now we're getting into the 5-star territory. I'm going to stick away from the 5-star territory. We're going to upgrade this. We're going to go to +9 here. We're going to see if it can roll another speed substat here. Rolls on the speed substat. Okay, rolled flat attack. Maybe we could check out some of the other pieces here, but we're going to come back to that later on. So we're going to go ahead and speed here again. Crit damage, speed. Nice. I like that. I think we just run with this. I think we bring this up to +12. The health will be nice to keep her alive, which is what we want in general. And she doesn't really do too, amazing with extra attack. So let's just keep looking for speed gear here. Okay, so we have speed here. Okay, this is interesting. Let's just bring this up to +6 and see where we're at after +6. Hopefully it rolls speed. Rolls HP. We're going to bring it up to +9 because it's got a really high speed roll here. It did roll speed. Okay, so we're going to keep that in mind. This one's health focus. This one is crit rate speed. Okay, we're going to bring this one up to +6 here. Hopefully we roll crit rate or speed. We roll crit rate and flat HP. We are a little bit low on the HP and defense, so that is something to keep in mind. We might need additional stats here, so we might need to replace this ring later on. Again, we have the glyphs that we need to worry about, but first we got to make sure that we have enough stats on our other characters. But I think we should just run the team and see how it works before we make any adjustments and just see where we're at beforehand. Actually, we do need to make an adjustment real quick. I think Nathalia is too fast for this. But I guess we could just try it. There's no reason not to just try it. It's only one energy if we end up failing. And let me just really quickly adjust the spells here. So for this comp, we're going to be running defense down and rage spell. And let's just go ahead and run this and just see where we're at, how we're doing. Marion is going to be going absolutely first, so it actually probably would be nice to have a little bit of focus on her, which we do have, which is nice. So that is something to keep in mind. And then William's going to be using the rage spell, which is fine. There we go. Clears out that wave initially, which is nice. And it's looking good so far. I mean, the waves aren't really a huge worry, to be honest, because, I mean, it's really the boss when it comes to this team. Blackthorn is what keeps the team alive regularly. So we need to kill the boss before the bomb goes off in reality. And that's the tricky part. So, okay, they're going to put the imps. And Marion's going to go, hit pretty hard. William's going to go. We have the defense down. And then we have Nathalia go. She's going to clear out some imps. Then we have Ciara going to go. And she's going to clear out the rest of the imps. And then Ciara's going to go. And she is going to really hit the boss hard here. So let's just see where we end up. So hit Marion, which is fine. And then we have Nathalia go for extra damage here. And the joint attack for Marion. And we have the counter attack up. And the Ash is going to hit us with the cannon. And we wipe. Interesting. Now that we have everything upgraded, let's go ahead and run into the dungeon yet again. And just see where we fall now. So there we go. We actually have a chance of succeeding a little bit as well if we exchange the rage spell for the healing spell. Because right now the rage spell is going to be used on William. And then I believe the defense down spell is 1 turn cooldown. Actually, they're the same cooldown. So yeah, William's always going to use it, which means William is not going to get too much value out of it. So that is something to keep in mind. We can run the healing spell, and that might keep us alive and give us another buff for Nathalia here. We could also run, not necessarily Last Breath, actually. We need to kill before the bomb actually goes off, and we need whoever gets the bomb to survive. The water characters I'm not super worried about. It's really about Marion here, because Marion's already a pretty squishy character, and then Marion needs to live. So William's always going to get the defense down here. Or at least use the skill for the defense down. So there we go. We got all that killed, and then Nathalia is going to go ahead and ult again. And then Ciara can ult here. And we got the joint attack from Marion, and then she's going to get the bomb. Cool. And then we hit. We get a counterattack again. And then we need to survive this hit right here. We did survive it, but barely. Barely survived. So this might actually be a success, which is pretty crazy, to be honest. I'm very impressed if this is a success. So Marion's going to use the ult and heal a little bit. Boom. Look at that. We actually succeeded. I'm very, very excited. Look at that. I don't know if this is 100%, but that's crazy. Let's run that again. I just want to check it one more time. Because that was really awesome to watch. I really like Marian Shadowblood. We're going to swap out the rage spell for the healing spell. I think it'll give us a little bit better of a success rate. Overall. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I don't think the shield spell will help us. I don't think that will help us as much as the healing spell. So we're going to go ahead and run the healing spell instead. So there's the defense down. Marion will always apply the defense down spell. And then also, if William doesn't get the defense down spell, I don't know if we can win. So I just want to get, because he's only got an 80% chance to land the defense down. So if he doesn't get on the boss, I'm not sure if we win there. So there's that. Go ahead and wipe that out. And then we have William with the buffs, Nathalia with her buffs. Clears out the second wave. All right. And here we are on the boss stage again. Let's skip this. I'm pretty excited about this. I want this to work really badly. I haven't, done too many speed comp tunings for myself or for a lot of people out there. So we didn't land defense down on the boss. This is an excellent test. This is an excellent example of us not landing the defense down and see where we land. So this is a healing spell from Nathalia here. We're going to go ahead and get the healing spell from Nathalia here. There's the healing spell, and then she ults. This is going to happen every time. She's always going to use that healing spell. So again, no defense down is huge. This will determine whether or not we win. So this time, Nathalia ended up getting the flame bomb, which is fine. And then the sacrificial cannon comes out. Quite a bit of damage. Amazing. Just keep hitting. And we got basic there. So now we basic again, because Nathalia didn't reset her ultimate this time. And then Ciara basics. And then Marion's going to heal with the defense down. I think this is a success. There's the joint attack. And William, we did it again. Wow, look at that. I'm very, very impressed with this. I'm going to run it about 3 or 4 more times on multi-battle just to see the average time, and I'll show you all. And if we end up winning or losing, I'll show you that as well. So here we are, and we finished 4 multi-battles, completed them all. The average battle duration is 2 minutes, 20 seconds. I'm actually a little disappointed at that time. So I thought about using Zitlin, but just the gear requirements on some of the units is just even higher to do a full burst comp with Zitlin. I think we need to farm a little bit more for that. But the Marian Shadowblood comp does work. It wasn't that super gear intensive, to be honest. We have a lot of improvements that we could possibly make. For example, a lot of these pieces aren't like super great. We're not completely plus 15 out. The pieces are good, but for example, this is a piece that everyone's getting for free, and it's only the 12% crit rate piece. So there is some definite improvements that we can make before moving on to a Zitlin comp, which would be really cool. But overall, as I said, pretty successful. Now, if you do enjoy this content, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.